G'day gang, I've got another huge day coming up working on the car again, but today I'm going to smoke up an eel for lunch. So let's get the eel out, we'll get this going and let's do it again. Let's smoke up an eel. So here it is, I've got the eel in here. I'm going to prep it all up, I'm going to show you how to do it all again, and we're going to have some native wattle seed with this one. I haven't had the wattle seed with the eel yet, let's see how it goes. Let's get this eel prepped up. Now first things first gang, when you're cleaning up these eels, these things are slippery, they're slimy, they slip around everywhere, they're a nightmare. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can either use a tea towel, but then you've got to clean that up at the end. You can also use newspaper, but you need a source newspaper if you don't have newspaper. The best way to do it is to use grass. So I've got a handful of grass, we'll lay that down on the board here and start filling up this, this eel. This is how you do it. Alright, so these came out of the freezer last night. They've been chopped up already. I'm going to get as much slime off these as I can as possible by just using the grass. So I'll just go over there and clean them up with the grass. Alright, grab some grass around the eel and just pull that slime off. It's a lot easier when the eel's when it hasn't been cut up. So that one's ready to go. We'll lay that out there. We'll get this one ready to go. Grab that grass again. Just get that slime off. That one's ready to go. Alright, let's get up a bit closer and show you how it's done. All you want to do is you grab your knife, you find the spine and you just cut straight down the spine like that there, and then down that there, and you just open that piece right up. Let's go. So you find the spine, you start cutting, you sort of cut around that spine. This one's worked out really well, it's better than the last one. Okay, and turn it around. Find the spine. And cut through the spine, cut beside the spine. Okay, that's it there, done. Spin it around again and just cut beside the spine like that. Now, there is your butterflied eel fillet. Now there's grass all over it, obviously it's going to go everywhere, but we're going to wash that off. There it is there. Now that's the spine. We're going to leave that there, we're going to smoke it the way it is, and then once it's all smoked, you just pull the spine out, that's done. There's a bit of meat on the spine, you can eat that off as well. That piece is done. I'll get these others ready, and then we'll get it in the marinade. That's the 3 pieces of eel, butterflied, open, ready to go. Now, as you can imagine, they're covered in grass. We'll give them a wash down with some water, get that grass off, get that last bit of blood out there, and get them marinated. They're cleaned up, and they are ready to go into the marinade. How do you do it? It's simple. Get yourself some marinade. So I've got today red wine and garlic marinade. I've never tried that before, but we're going to give it a go. So, get your piece of eel, put it in there. Here's your next piece of eel, put that in there as well. And then your final piece, put that in there. Take the lid off the marinade. Oh, you've got eel slippery all over my hands. Oh my goodness. How am I going to get that off? Got it. And empty it in. That's simple. Put the whole lot in. Lid on. And just mix it all up. Get that all in there. That's what you end up with. You end up with a tub full of meat and marinade. That's going to stay in there for about 2 to 3 hours, and that should be enough to get some of that marinade through the meat there. The longer you leave it in the marinade, the better. Overnight's better. But, you know, we're going to have this for lunch. It's going to be beautiful. We'll put that in the fridge there for a couple of hours and get that ready for lunch. I'm going to have wattle seed with it as well, and there is a good chance it's going to be laced with umami puppy. So, oh, and I've got some sauce in the car as well. I don't know what sauce I'm going to use yet, but let's just see what tastes the best. Let's do this. Here we go, we're back. Let's get this smoker ready to go. First thing I want to do is get all these jiffies, put them in there, light this one up, and then put those coals in there. All right, let's light this thing up. That's lit. All right, jiffies are lit. Fill it up with coals. Still going. And I'll fill it right up to the top. Put a couple of extras in there. That's it. That's lid in there. So we'll let them heat up until they get white hot, and then they go in here in the bottom. There's a bit of an arrangement here that I've got set up, which I'll get to eventually once I finish doing all this solos. This is a rotisserie, so I'll be able to lay a rabbit in there and get it spinning on the rotisserie when I get to it. And also some gas burners are going to go in here as well. I've got those ones, and I've got a near one back there somewhere that needs to be put in somehow, which I'll get to when I get to it. Still cooking away. They'll take about 20 minutes, I think. Here we go. How are they looking? It's still lit down the bottom. They're white down the bottom. They're going in, and I'm going to make another one of them. Lift the lid. Nowhere near ready. Perfect. Let's make another one. Here's the next one ready to go. That's starting to work. It's magic. I've only got one of these small chimneys. A big one's the way to go, but I just don't have room for one of these big ones, so I just have to use a small one. Have a look at that smoking away. Whew. Yes. 200 degrees. Here we go. It's up at about 300 degrees. Let's have a look. Starting to smoke up in there. Could be more. But let's get that eel in. Here goes. I've got the eel ready. I've taken most of that marinade off, so it's seeped into the skin there. Get the lid up. And lay that bit on. And that bit on. What? No, I've got eel, thanks mate. And close it up. So that's it, 2 pieces are in, 300 degrees, a little bit left over here. Let's see how this goes. I have forgotten to put the wattle seed on. Let's sprinkle some of that on. This will be amazing. I reckon this is going to be pretty, looks awesome already. All right, here we go. Close it up. And here it is. That's ready. Let's get that out and get that last piece on. And there it is there. Ooh. There it is there. That just comes straight off the skin. Look at that. Ah, straight off. That's beautiful. That's cooked to perfection. Look at that. Straight off the skin. And you peel this bit of spine out. That goes. Look at that, just comes straight off the skin. You don't even need to skin these things. Straight off, look at that. And a bit of lemon. And taste test. Yeah. All the lemon there. I can't taste much of that wattle seed, so I might sprinkle a little bit more on. You want a bit of this eel? Are you sure? Beautiful. Right, now we've got peri peri mayo and some umami puppy, and let's bring the heat. Get some of this into it. That's not bad. Woo! Woo! Spicy. Woo! Alright, so most of that didn't work. Next time I'll use a different marinade. I don't know what I'm going to use, but I'm going to definitely put a chili sauce on it because that was perfect. The umami puppy really worked. Peri peri mayonnaise, no good. The marinade was no good, and I probably wouldn't do wattle seed again either. The next I'll try is, I think I've got one here. Desert herbs next. We'll see how that one goes. At the moment, the lemon myrtle and sweet plum is the way to go. So I've got another little piece going in here. I'm going to cook it for a little bit longer. Yeah, a little bit longer on this one. It's sitting at 400 degrees. Bag it up, clean it up, and get the hell out of here. See you next weekend.